How's it going, everybody? It's Combs, and today on Adventures with yours truly, it is time for another episode of Review My Stuff. Guys, I'm coming to you live from what I know as the Combs Cave. It's my little recording studio I have here at my house. I would show you guys, but it's kind of a wreck at the moment. I'm moving some things around, and well, nobody wants to see it as it currently is. But I'll get it updated and everything, and we'll do some. I'll do a house tour here at some point too, because I've almost actually owned my house now for a year, which is just absolutely insane to me that it has been, that long. But today, guys, it's like I said, it's another episode of Review My Stuff. Today, we're going to review this beautiful beast in front of me here, the Jackery 240 Explorer, okay, or Explorer 240, however you want to say it. So, if you clicked on this video, you're probably interested in one of these, or maybe you have no idea what it is and you want to learn more about it. I mean, that could be either way. So for those of you that do know about these portable, I call them portable electric generators. I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments that goes, well, Combs, based on this principle and blah, 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 it's not actually a generator. And you know what I say to that? You do you. Okay, you just do you. But anyway, so basically, like I said, to me, it's a portable electric generator. I bought one of these for when I go camping, overlanding, stuff like that. That way I have power out there in the middle of BFE where I'm at. So this is a 240. So you would think that would mean it's 240 watt hours. Well, kind of like on your engines, like for like motorcycles, dirt bikes, stuff like that. Basically, sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's actually scaled down a little bit, a little bit more than that. So basically this is, I believe 220 watts or 225 is what it actually is, but they rate it for a 240. It still has plenty of juice, does all the things I need it to do. Yeah, it just overall, it just works. So I'm going to give you a rundown on everything, kind of show you some cool stuff with it, let you know what you get out of the box, so to speak, and kind of go from there. So if you're new to the channel, or, you haven't seen a Review My Stuff video in a while, because I haven't done one in a minute, to qualify for a Review My Stuff, I have to have owned the product for at least 90 days. I have to have used it at least 10 times. And, I have to definitely recommend it to a friend or relative. So this checks all of the boxes. And yeah, so it is definitely something I recommend. So to kind of wake this thing up, air quotes, what you're going to do is you're going to hit this button right here. Sorry, I bumped the camera. And you're going to see right here that you can see the input. So what's going into the Jackery. So there's your input there, the output, and how much battery you have left. It's always recommended that you keep this thing charged when you're going to put it away for a while. So I haven't used mine in probably about a month. So I made sure it was fully charged before I put it away. So that's why it has a 100% battery. So there's little buttons here. So right here, this first button will actually activate the USB ports here. So if you press that, so it does actually show like 1 watt's being pulled just to power these USB ports for a second, and then it'll go back off. So that just means that the USB ports are live because that green button's on there. Now, if you hit the AC button over here, that will actually activate this outlet right here. And I don't know if you heard that or not, but the fan actually kicked on for a minute. It does that when it's converting over to the AC side of things. So you can turn that off. And then up here is your 12 volt. So if you need to charge something that has like a car adapter on it, you can plug it in right there. Now you can run them all three at the same time. You will consume a lot more power that way, but you can actually run them all at the same time. Now this carrying case over here on the side, you can kind of see this. I'll pick you all up. Ignore the clutter in the background. I'm sorry. So that actually does not come with it, out of the box. You got to buy that separate, but I highly recommend it because it gives you a place to kind of put everything in one spot. It will fit the Jackery and this little bag of goodies right here, set this back and not make a loud noise. Sweet. Okay, so this little bag of goodies here actually is all of your cords. Okay, so as you can see there is your power brick. That is actually how you charge it. So it's actually got one of these, little cordages here. I still have mine all wrapped up just because I like to do that for as long as I can. And it just plugs into right there. So I'll set this off to the side for now. You also get a actual car adapter. So you can plug this thing in, if you're going overlanding or whatever, you can plug it in there. And actually, they're pretty long cords on both of these. And that's the one thing that I like is just how much length of cordage they give you. So you're not trying to like stretch everything super, super far. Hold on, Obligatory Coffee. Oh yeah, that's that good stuff. Not sponsored by Maxwell House, but dadgum, do you guys make some good coffee. I'm becoming my grandma. She used to drink her body weight in Maxwell House coffee. 4 cups of coffee before she ever left the house. God rest her soul. Anyway, so this is the other, like I said, that's the little bag that comes with it. And if you put the Jackery in first and set the bag on top, it will fit everything in there nice and neat and just gives you a nice place to put it. I think this bag is like $30, if I'm not mistaken. It's also got like some insulating value too, because, batteries do get affected by temperature. They really do. So that's why I think it's got that little insulation value in there. So I'm going to show you guys, what it looks like when you actually hook something up to it. So we're going to turn on the USB ports here. So USB ports are active. Let me move my Kofifi over here. So guys, this is my little Anchor battery pack. I was going to do a review on this thing as well. It's actually really cool. I had this before I got the Jackery, and it works for like charging, your cell phone and everything. My phone's got like the fast charging on it. I have the Moto, is it the Moto G Power? Yeah, Moto G Power is the one that I have. And, it's got the fast charging and everything. So it takes a little more wattage to get that battery up. So this thing only charged my phone like once. I should have got a little bigger one. But you know what? If you're in a pinch and you're like, crap, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I need to charge my phone. You can see it's got a half charge on it now. This thing is pretty great. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Never get it right on the first try. Okay, if you do, you're a wizard. All right, you're a hairy wizard. So plug that in there. And now we've got that going. So you can see now that the Jackery is actually having 12 watts. If I can get rid of the glare, there you go. 12 watts of power being consumed out of the USB port, which you can see here based on the little LED lights that this thing is actually charging. So the more stuff you plug into it, obviously the more power it's going to consume. The Jackery website says or recommends that you keep it like under, I think it was 90%, like 85 or 90%, of full everything. So, being at 12 watts, we are nowhere near that. The most I've ever run out of this at one time. So I went on a camping trip, late in November, early December, sometime in that ballpark. And we went and it was really cold. It was like, I think the one night it got down to like 19. But I was in a 0-degree sleeping bag. So I wasn't too bad off, but, I did, actually bring an electric blanket that plugs into a cigarette lighter. So I would have plugged in up here. Now that thing was actually pulling like, I think, like 50 watts at a time. So it was really pulling a lot of power from this thing. It was like 50 or 55 watts. So yeah, it was pulling a lot of power from this. So I noticed a big drain on it, and I noticed that, it didn't last near as long as it normally does. Sorry guys, I keep bumping you. I need a better tripod. But, I'm in the Poe house at the moment. So, because of Christmas, so really can't go out and get one of those right now. Sorry, more coffee required. As a salesman, I run on coffee, bad intentions. No, I'm just kidding, not bad intentions. I run on coffee, and coffee mainly. And there's some bad intentions in there too, but that's usually after hours when I go, drink my body weight in Jack Daniels. Again, not sponsored, but by God, if you guys want to, I'd love that. Shoot me an email, adventureswithcombs@gmail.com. And same with you guys. If you have any questions or anything and you don't want to exactly put them in the comments section, you can totally shoot me an email to adventureswithcombs@gmail.com. And, I can gladly answer, some sidebar stuff, because I think sometimes people are a little nervous to comment on things because they're afraid of judgment. And it's literally everywhere. I mean, I've been judged for stuff, all the time, like, my choice of career and everything else. So just, I get it. But yeah, if you guys decide you want to do that, you can totally send that stuff over there too. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Another thing I was going to do a review on, but I really couldn't figure out a way to set it up. And unfortunately, I live in a neighborhood with a lot of dogs. Like, I know people are going to go, what do you mean unfortunately? No, I love dogs. I really do. But no joke, the ones that live around me are these like yappy dogs. Like literally constant. I'm surprised you guys can't hear them through the window. Because I mean, apparently they're quiet now, but they usually do bark quite a bit. So I was going to set up the solar panel that comes with this. So you can actually plug in a solar panel here, and it will charge everything, through that. So give me just 1 second. I will do a nice little jump cut here. I'm going to go ahead and actually unwrap this charger, and I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in so you guys can actually see, what an input looks like into this thing. So like I said, you're going to see a slight jump cut, and then I will be back with with all of that good stuff. So give me guys just 1 second. Okay, and y'all, we're back. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in here. So as you can see, the little blue light came on the Jackery there, and now you can actually see there is an input going in of 45 watts, and there is, there's the wattage coming out as well. So that's something you guys can, you can do as well. So that's what it would look like, if you put some power to it. So yeah, so that's what it looks like if you put some power to it and all that. Like I said, there's a solar panel you can buy that'll plug in there. I have it. Like I said, I was going to set up a demo, but it would be kind of hard to do. So I just went ahead and just said, screw it. And I would do it this way. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you guys can go check out the Jackery for yourself. They have a whole line of these things. This is like their entry-level generator, okay? They have, I think the biggest one they have is actually a 1500 watt. So that sucker will basically charge just about whatever you want it to charge. And it also, has like a whole solar system you can get to go with it. It's crazy, some of the stuff that you can buy. So at the end of the day, what would I rate this thing? Well, guys, I'm gonna give it an 8.5, because knock on wood and everything, but no glitches, no nothing. It charges when I need it to. It performs very well even under the heavy load of I think when I plugged my phone in and had that electric blanket going at the same time, it was pulling like 65 watts. So, and, it ran for as long as it could, and it did really well doing it. So it, I didn't, I wasn't going to lose any heat from the blanket when I was running it. And I also, wasn't going to lose any charge from my phone. Now, I say that with the 8.5 because if I had a do-over, I would probably have gone with the 300. And here's why. So with the 300, you get 2 of these. With a 300, you also get USB-C charging that goes right there. All right. Plus, you get a little more watt hours, so that kind of helps overall just, getting everything done. Now, you can go as big as you want. Like I said, They have a 240, 300, 500, 1000, and 1500. And I believe there's actually a 2K coming down the ye old poop chute here soon. So, you know, so it's going to be out there if you guys need that much power. Now, if you're going to go portable, I highly, highly recommend you get the 240 or the 300 because they're basically the same amount of weight. I believe this is 6.6. I want to say the 300 is like maybe 8 pounds. So you're adding, you know, another 1.4 pounds. So in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that much. The 500 is where you start getting into the bigger ones, and then it goes up from there. So it's all depending on what you want to do with one of these little solar chargers. Or generators, I should say. I mean, technically it is a solar charger because it does plug into solar. But yeah, guys, that's it for this review. If you guys want to see more stuff with the Jackery, you know, I am going to do some overlanding and some more camping stuff here coming up soon within the next couple months. Basically, I was just getting like, you know, some overlanding stuff kind of settled. And there's some big changes coming for the channel. You know, I talk about sometimes, I'll put in air quotes, the fleet of vehicles that I have. That's not me, you know, flexing or anything. It's just I have a lot of vehicles. Some I can drive on road and some I can't. And there's actually going to be a big change coming for 2022 to one of those vehicles. But I'm just going to tease you with that for now. I'm not going to go into any more details. You guys are just going to have to stick around and see what happens next. So also today, guys, you're subjected to my new outro. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So thanks for joining me on another adventure. May the wind be at your back, the sky is clear, and may you have safe travels to destinations unknown. Catch you guys all on the flip, and Combs out.